Hello again. This week we've got a little more work done on the Suburban engine swap. We've got our Superbee running, and I made a decision on the Foxbody that I didn't clear with the owner first, but I don't think he's going to be too disappointed. Thanks for tuning in. The students are taking all of the drums off to clean and inspect the hardware. This is the wheel that was dragging a little bit, and you can see by the brake shoes where it looks like it had been adjusted a little too tight. You can see the drain plug gasket for our Superbee is pretty deformed. It's also very thin, no longer flat. You can see where someone's been over tightening that considerably over the last couple of oil changes. So we're going to be replacing that with a nice new copper washer. We're not going to worry about that leaking. If we'd have put the old one back on, it was more likely it was going to leak there. With the brakes cleaned and taken care of, the students get busy replacing the spark plugs and doing the tune-up. Here the points and condenser go in and get set.
No,
and they replace more of the fuel lines.
Kind of like right here.
The freshly rebuilt carburetor goes back on, and we try to fire it up. Took a little bit of coaxing, but we got it running and timed. Now he's adjusting the carburetor. It'll still need a few other things that we'll take care of next week. Here's something that I thought was pretty interesting. Here you can see both sides of the coil shorting out against the coil tower. We'll get that taken care of next week as well. We successfully got the 4 broken exhaust manifold bolts out of our replacement engine for the Suburban. Now we're ready to bolt everything else back together on it to put it back into the engine bay. Here we're changing the intake plenum along with the fuel injectors and the fuel pressure regulator. We're using chemical to clean the mating surfaces before the plenum goes back on. You don't want to use anything abrasive.
No, you let go.
I'm letting go.
No, actually, like, take your.
Because the distributor connector is broke, I'm having the students switch the distributors. We're making sure this distributor goes in the same way the other one came out. Here we're unmasking the Foxbody after spraying. Without asking the owner's permission, we decided to remove the steering and suspension components. It's going to make a much better build for this Foxbody. Here the students are installing the filler neck and draft tube. Next, the balancer goes on. This is a press fit balancer. It doesn't use a bolt to retain it. 48 Chevy SEMA build is coming together after getting the balancer on and the draft tube. The students were busy working on the generator to get ready to paint it. So once this engine is finished being dressed up, we can get ready to work on the body. Next time on Bulldog Builds, we'll have more of the engine components swapped over on our Suburban and ready to put back into the engine bay. We'll have some of the work done on our steering and suspension components on our Foxbody project, and we'll have more work done on our SEMA build for 2022. See you next week.